To Sarde.
I've settled the problem in San Mateus. Several of your men, the misguided brothers, planned to attack the port. I had them. The Order thought you to be heretics because of your tradition of secrecy.
The secrets. They often cut. We discovered this island. A few decades later, we sold the discovery to your nation of merchants. Then, our closest, we transported some lords. The lords revealed themselves to possess a tyrannical nature. Their actions provoked a revolt of the natives, but the magic of the natives of Tirfredi was a work. Only a handful of lords and armed men were able to make. The losses were enormous. The humiliation. They continued to make the occasional expedition.
What are you saying?
You must have had your doubts. You are the child of a native.
The child of an islander? But I know who my mother is, and...
I understand how difficult this is to hear. In the end, we decided to sell the secret. The congregation, in spite of its fears, could not keep. I am sorry for the shock I have caused you. You asked me for the truth. Anything else?
I need to be going. I can't believe it. That for all this time, I've been fed lies. Did Constantine know? I must go see him.
I understand.
You'll find all you need in our selection.
But do not be sad about who you are. We are a proud people.
I need a bit of practice.
Cousin, you couldn't pick a better time. I've been taken with jitters, like a cat on a midday roof.
What are you waiting for with such anticipation?
I took your advice, you see. I've summoned one of these crows! He has been examining me for nearly an hour. I just barely escaped a purge. But I was given the mandatory bleeding. I so hate their little knives.
And so then, our venerable doctor, what is the verdict? The blood is black. Constantine, is this your blood? Constantine, answer me! Constantine, stay with me! Constantine! There is a chance he is in error. It might be something else.
I'm going to die.
No. No, Constantine.
I will die, like your mother. And the others on the continent. I am dying. I don't want to die. I don't. Not so soon. It's so good. Cousin, I don't...
Constantine, I am here. Pull yourself together. Out. Everyone out. It's an order.
Thank you, cousin.
There now. Are you better?
I don't know. You won't leave me, will you?
I'm going to find a cure, I promise you.
Didn't you promise the same thing to your mother? You know I'll be dead before you find one.
Don't say that. I will succeed. I've already some promising trails to explore.
I don't know, cousin. The tidings are so awfully dire. I'm afraid. I'm so afraid. I doubt the reason for your visit was to console me in my tragedy. Tell me, what brings you here?
It can wait. It's nothing that cannot be dealt with later.
But please, whatever it is, it will take my mind elsewhere.
I was able to get the whole story out of the Admiral in exchange for a service. As our investigation was leading us to imagine, the Nauts discovered it some 2 centuries ago, but the enterprise to colonize the island, few colonists survived. The princes preferred to hide their defeat and paid the Nords.
But they hid the fiasco from the world, I get.
That's not the most shocking part.
What do you mean?
The congregation continued to, according to the Admiral. My mother was captured from here during one of them.
What?
Your fair cousin. No. The fable told I am the spitting image of my dead father, lost. I don't know.
If it is of some comfort, you have always been the only one to care for me. You keep this discovery between us. No one needs to bring in the others. Let us speak of different concerns. Kurt, what is... What's going on? Is there something wrong? Coin guards!
The time has come.
But... What is this?
Ready arms.
Kurt, what are you doing?
Aim!
Stop that, soldiers! Lower your weapons, now!
Sorry, Greenblood.
Fight with honor.
On guard. I said draw! Wait!
Speak! Why did you betray us?
Our commander figured out that we could easily take control of this island. You rely so heavily on our protection. You are so dependent. So naive. All the governors will suffer the same attacks if they haven't already. Your problems are far from over, Greenblood. The commander is there on the docks with all his lieutenants. I failed, but they will certainly succeed. Here, or elsewhere on the island. Not every governor has a cousin that I trained personally for combat.
It's over. You were defeated. You have no honor.
I agree with you. But I did train you well. At least there's that.
The student surpasses the master, and you cannot bear it.
You are wrong. I am proud of you. Truly.
Thank you. You saved us all. The nerve of them.
What else was there to expect from employing coin-fed mercenaries? All that liberty, so close to power, went to their heads. It would have happened sooner or later. They could have been preparing this sort of coup for years.
Without wanting to rush you, bantering about the dangers of according one's trust to a sellsword is appropriate, but...
You were right. It's time for action. We need to get you somewhere safe, Constantine.
Those are my advisors that you must protect. Me, I want to...
To join in? Look at your condition. It's out of the question. We are taking...
As you've left me no choice.
We will take care of you.
And we should make these
and attempt to stop the coups.
Then we have no time to lose.
The soldiers who are escorting Kurt are sure to come back. Let's be vigilant on our way to the cellar.
Stay behind us, Constantine. You're in no condition to fight. We must hurry, before the guard can act.
Bit of poison on my brain. And let's go!
Watch out! Grenade!
Bit of poison on my brain. And let's go!
Watch out! Grenade!
Lord Minister!
Ah, friendly fate. I was in this room when But what is going on?
It is a coup d'etat. The coin guard wants to take control of the...
The guard is everywhere.
We will do every... Come now.
I'll follow you.
Bit of poison on my brain. And let's go!
Watch out! Grenade! Ready to shoot!
We've reached the cellar. It looks like a good place to hide. Constantine, promise me that you will stay here until we secure the city.
Do I even have a choice? Here I am, consigned to my quarters like some broken...
Like someone ill, Constantine.
You have such a...
Let's go then.
And cousin?
You are safe here.
You have my eternal gratitude, Excellency. We owe you our lives.
Locked. I don't have the key.
Let's see if we can ward off this fate!
I am but a man of ink and quill.
Locked.
Hello, Your Excellency.
Lord de Corsillon.
De Sade! I thought my hour.
A coup d'etat. The coin guard tried to...
So, was only a question of time.
We should have paid more attention to your lesson. Follow me.
I'm coming.
You will be safe here.
Thank you, my friend. I will never forget what you've done for me.
In that case, we should find her at once. Her abode is very close to the palace. Lady Morange, make ready to depart.
But what is going on?
The Coin Guard has decided to take... They were set on assassinating
The idiots!
You are in danger.
Don't worry about me. I have friends. Go!
If I remember correctly, Torsten's quarters are in the right wing.
Going in through the front door would be dangerous, and the noise of the battle could make him run away.
You're not wrong. If we're to stop him, we had better be discreet.
I believe that there's a passage leading to the barracks in the tavern. We could use it to our advantage.
We could also climb up the left wing scaffolding. We'd reach the upper... I need a bit of practice.
See if you can ward off this fate!
You will regret ever going against the guard. It's a
Come on, I'll fix you up.
ever going against
Let's see if you can ward off this fate! Careful! You're wounded!
No one. I hoped he'd be here.
It's not over yet. We're bound to find some information regarding his plans in these papers.
The traitor had a contingency plan. He must be boarding a ship to another city as we speak.
The Admiral certainly can't be aware of his plotting. She would never support him.
I thought as much. She would have too much to lose. According to these papers, Torsten was counting on some other officers to lead the attack. We must stop them too.
In that case, we must hurry.
What are you doing here? Who let you in?
It seems that your men are a little distracted this evening, Lieutenant. It is understandable, with all that's been... You are under arrest as...
What is this? Soldiers, ready weapons!
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Watch out!
Let's see what you need.
I'm glad I was not in Kurt's place. He became a traitor unwittingly.
I should probably have taken more heed of him. He was my master and my friend, but I did not listen. What a waste.
Let's see if you can ward off this.
Too late. The coward has escaped. It is not over. We need to warn our allies.
Hikmet should be our priority. If she falls into the hands of the Coin Guard, we'll lose years of research in our hunt for a remedy. But I have faith in your pragmatic spirit. You will make the right choice.
One thing is certain, we cannot save them both. You will need to make a choice between the two.
We cannot take the risk of losing a potential remedy.
Halt! No one may enter.
I regret that I must insist.
You asked for it. Bit of poison on my blade. Let's go!
Ah, watch out! Grenade!
Come closer. Come closer. All my wares are in the back garden.
The attendant should have at least had the courage to release.
I am sorry, Your Excellency. The palace is closed until further notice.
How could they possibly put an end to...
What is going on here?
I am the governor's chambermaid. Or was. They just told me. And it's not just me. No, I have no idea what is going...
Come now. Cease this foolish bantering. You know who I am, don't you?
Yes, of course. You're one of the scholars close to his ex...
That's right. The palace is under... We need to enter in...
What?
Well, give it...
Of course. He...
I can't do that.
We're inside the palace. We must find Buran at all costs before these brutes kill him.
Bit of poison on my blade.
Watch out! Grenade!
Your men have died in vain. You have no other solutions. Governor, give yourself up.
Governor? Given the amount of respect I've been accorded, I doubt that I still merit the title in your eyes.
Kill him!
And let's go! I'll fix you up. You're wounded.
Thank you infinitely for your help. Come closer. We need to speak with each other. You made it in time to save me. But I am afraid that the palace is still... For as long as they are there, our position remains. And if you are able, secure our... They will only think...
I will do my best.
Bit of poison on my blade. Let's see if you can ward off this feint. Poison on my blade. And let's go! If you're there.
Grenade!
I think that was the last.
This place is teeming with traitors. We must get inside without being seen. Otherwise they could destroy all of our research.
Bit of poison on my blade, and let's go!
Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
Poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Too late. These
the monsters!
You may recover possession of your palace, Governor.
I thank you. I just learned the ones who refused to be a part of this, and I was also told that the Coin Guard took San Mateus. The mother. I shall not cry over the plight. In the end, thanks. Would you please convey to your cousin the sincerest...
I shall not forget,
Do I have the time to return and see those dear to me?
Constantine, how are you feeling?
Death is on my doorstep, and all hope has flown through the window. Come closer. What ill tidings do you bring?
I thought you might want to know more concerning
The attempted coup d'etat of the traitors. When I think of the cold-blooded face of that... Not only have you looked out for me, like always...
And saved our city and our governor. And for that reason, the governor
Yes, very kind. You are aware of what happened to San Mateus? The mages of Thélème were massacred for the greater part. This treacherous commander. But his victory, he must be stupid to... I wish him luck. And you were able to catch his lieutenants.
It's still hard to swallow that... To think that he trained both...
You were able to turn that... As to why he betrayed us. Fortunately...
What do you plan on doing with them?
We cannot. But we cannot do... And I shall name a trustworthy intendant to... Before you leave, I must ask you something.
All right. I'm listening.
I do suffer, my fair cousin. Don't blame yourself. Yet, I'm afraid that... If only there was a...
I know of a healer. It is rumored his village is wet.
One of our holy men once lived at San Mateus. His healing abilities, I heard rumored.
If I may, Your Highness, we have the best... It shouldn't stop Father Petrus from praying for a miracle.
I'm nothing more than a sailor. I don't have much to offer when it comes to healing. As it would seem Thélème are prey for the Malachor, just like the Bridge Alliance. Perhaps it would be best to ask for aid from those not suffering from the plague.
Thank you, as always, for your advice. Cousin, you are...
I'll follow the leads and find a way. Hold on.
At the fiery flasks, you'll find the quintessence of power.
A bit of poison on my blade. Get rid of these money bags. Come here, my beauties. Halt!
brutes! Leave me! I will
Come now. Our people had an accident.
I do not know.
Well, well.
You need to leave.
Is that...
Oh, bit of poison on my brain. Then let's go!
Watch out!
What a terrible mess. I don't know where they wanted to take me.
I'm happy to have...
Are you in need of a doctor?
Indeed.
But you still hope. Because surrender is unbearable. I came here because I had hoped to never see a case.
Your experience with the...
You hope that a few days can bring you... You are extremely... I would like nothing more than to send you looking... Not after your intervention back there. I shall leave immediately for New Serene. That's all that I'm in a position...
Thank you, Doctor.
This woman is the best Alliance doctor on this island. If anyone can cure your cousin, it's her.
She didn't seem to think she could do much.
We can only hope that she will manage to alleviate his condition.
At the fiery flasks, you'll find the quintessence of alchemy.
Quesi! Get out! Who do you think you are to foil our ritual? One of those mind shakers, no doubt.
Aiden, it is your duty to assure we are not interrupted.
1,000 pardons, Tien. It is indeed one of those mind shakers.
A mind shaker? Look at him more closely, Aiden. He is an Almanawi. Present yourself, and tell me why you interrupt our ceremony.
My name is Desade. I have come looking for you to ask for your help.
Then, how can I help you?
My cousin suffers from a terrible sickness. The Malicor.
I do not know this sickness. But perhaps we call it by a different name.
It turns the blood black and provokes terrible suffering. And alas, it is fatal in all cases.
The symptoms of its victims start with severe headaches and nausea. Their blood becomes effectively darker and more viscous. The veins become visible. In the end, the victim weakens and dies. We have not, as of yet, found a treatment.
We've never seen the ailing touched by such a sickness. And I doubt I am able to heal your cousin.
We are looking for a remedy, but urgently need to relieve his pain. Could you slow the progression of the sickness? Keep him from suffering?
In that, I can help you. I know how to make one forget the pain, even the most severely wounded.
But Tiern, with all that is happening now, you cannot leave to visit this ill person.
It is true. My village needs me now. I cannot leave. I must attend them.
What is going on? Perhaps we...
Truly?
Do they have a choice?
Well, then tell us...
The situation has become unbearable. They wanted to convert, and of course, the village folk would not.
And it was also at that time...
There are many wounded.
I can try and talk sense. As for the attacks of the crew...
Our master hunter.
Very well. I'll take care of it.
Do not worry.
Let's go and see this master hunter. He should be able... Excuse me, not...
No.
I...
Good day.
Beortir to Madrenites.
The donate? What? What? Can you tell me who? I will go in. I believe. And how would I go?
You must burn them and kill the dominant one. We see the night.
I thank you.
Order night.
I must be. Katazak advised us to speak with the families of those missing. Perhaps they might know where the Tenlins have built their nests. Good day.
Yeah, this.
Can you? And you? Did that?
He has what? He told me.
What do you?
He could, but he got it.
You think that?
I don't.
I will go in. I must be leaving. Good day.
I hope he is.
It is for your sister. Is she? How long? Do you know? How long? Do you know? Is there any?
No,
Why? What do you think?
She might have been.
You think it might have?
I hope they were.
But do you think that? I must leave now.
Do you have any news?
Not yet. Your sister.
Oh, yeah. I have told you.
Very well. Could you tell me what?
Many. I believe they wanted to.
The one who is also missing.
Yes.
I'm going to have to. Tell me. But do you know how to?
No.
Well,
it is possible.
I must.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Let's see if we can ward off this.
Given the presence of Tenlins in this clearing, there must be a nest not far from here.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Let's see if we can ward off this.
Dawn. I would be better to come back It is dawn. The ideal moment. I must kill the dominant before destroying the nest.
Let's go! Grenade! Let's see if we can ward off this.
The hunter told me that I would find a nest in this area. Kill the dominant before destroying the nest.
Poison on my blade. Let's go! Watch out!
I need a bit of practice.
blade. Then let's go! Let's see if we can ward off this fate!
A basket full of berries and a trap full of fish. All of it scattered and half eaten by beasts. Our two lost souls were here together. They must have been attacked, or they wouldn't have left their takings. Let's search the area. Maybe we can find their trail. That cavern seems to be home to some creatures. Let's be wary. It could very well be the lair of that great tenman the hunter spoke of.
Bit of poison on my blade. Let's go!
One is older than the others. Judging from his clothing, he was a missionary. The two others were
Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
These missionaries used such a ruse to achieve their goals. 2 youths died because of them. Let's return to the village. Their families need to be informed. This is one of the 3 nests that I need to destroy.
A bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if we can ward off this fate! A bit of poison on my blade.
the dominant before destroying the nest.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
The third nest is destroyed. The Master Hunter will no doubt be relieved to hear it.
Bit of poison on my blade.
Good day. I am the legate of the congregation.
Of course.
Could you tell me? Have you heard about the 10?
I didn't know those creatures were given that name, but we offered them our help.
In exchange for some inspiring...
Of course. These horrible beasts have most certainly been sent by the demons of this isle. To chase only a few away.
You have...
On occasion.
You seem to... Whereas
these sending them against these poor people. There is only one way to truly make...
The Donegad.
And you expect us to leave would be to... No, my child.
I fought against a great... It's mere
A beast sent by the...
Stop taking... I have only one...
We shall be leaving as...
Perhaps you should be...
Well, on Almanac.
I found him.
And if he knew...
He had... They must have... I found both.
I must...
With the but it... I must... You should not. I must. The nests are destroyed. And with the death of the White Tenlin, the attacks should cease. We were even able to convince the missionaries to leave. Katazak should be willing to follow us now. Let us go and find him.
I can see.
Indeed. The attacks should no longer... As for the missionaries, we were able... But they were not ready to admit their involvement.
And so they were in some way responsible.
They brought a particularly large...
This is what...
In the end, we found the missing young ones.
And the worst tear end.
Will you accompany...
I have packed what...
This pain, it'll be the death of me. I can't control my body. It's like being a stranger in a marionette set ablaze, consumed by a smouldering fire. The moment's growing near, isn't it? Am I about to surrender my ghost to the Reaper of Souls? You flutter in just when you're needed, cousin. As always. Who are you? Your hand is cold as ice.
Your cousin is burning.
That is such a relief.
Let me present Katasak, Constantin. He is the greatest healer on the island. He will help you.
Please, stay.
I am here for you, Rnaise, and I will not leave until I found a way to ease your pain and suffering. Fill your mind with the patience of the ocean. I know not how much time I will need. I've never seen such a sickness. The spirits of your lands must be quite horrendous to cast down such evils upon the peoples that live there.
Thank you. All that science surgeon of the Alliance was good for was letting blood. Until he'd run out of vials. I give you my last ounce of hope. Thank you, cousin. I don't want to imagine my plight without your intervention.
Greetings, Katasak.
Bertirtumat. What?
I'm looking to meet Enon Milfrictiman. I went all the...
But they did not let you speak to Glendan the...
Precisely. They said that only the friends of a member of the council might enter.
And my word was not enough. It seems that I must be a Mal.
Do not be sad, daughter of Bloodnid. One day you will be as great as this seal will allow you to give voice here. Friend of Wenshut, you must convince him and no doubt pass many trials.
Thank you, Katasak.
We do not wish to lose the one who placed...
I hope that Glendan will allow...
Have no fear. I must go.
Wa'awan.
You have returned. The rule is still...
Here is the seal of Donegad Katasak, of the village of Wenxavier.
And so you are a trusted friend of the great healer. He must see your truth. Enter.
I give you warm greetings, Glendan.
Your merchant congregation sways me very. His trust in you makes me stop and...
I seek a remedy. We think that Enon Milfric...
Really?
He told me that the only way to meet with your god was to...
Judge your intentions. But even if I should do this, for the path you seek to follow has only been tread but a... We must begin where everything begins.
What must I do?
You must go to a cavern and tell me what you see on the seal you will find.
And I suppose this cavern is...
That is true. But the simplest solution is not all. I hope you will prove that you go now. Show us.
I must leave.
Qua Williams.
You have spoken to Glendon as you want.
I was asked...
I have never... It is a...
Do you have any...
I only know that the trial can be passed in many ways, and your choice. One way is through strength, but I know no more than this. Anything else?
Nothing else.
Good luck.
These beasts are feeding on the carcass. If only we could pour some sleeping potion on it. Very effective. Now that those beasts are asleep, we can pass without a fight.
This room is full of beasts that the natives call dorsentats. They seem to be resting.
I need a bit of practice.
A bit of poison on my blade. Let's go!
You're wounded!
Watch out! There's another one of those creatures. Look at the basin and the symbols around it. Given the islanders' taste for rituals and enigmas, I think you should touch the water.
Hey, are you still with us? You have that same empty look, just like when you spoke to that tree.
I had a new vision, yes. And I suppose...
We're listening. In that cavern with the...
I was in the sky. I was floating, carried by the wind. And it was a cold feeling. I was high up and it was getting colder and colder. I fell to the ground and suddenly I bounced on the ground. And I was taken then, just like before. This stone bears the image of a storm. Or perhaps the wind. On this stone, the sun is visible. The drawing on this stone makes me think of fire. I'm certain this drawing looks like an infant. Here, this looks like a This stone is adorned with the etching of a drop of water.
Please repeat to us precisely what you saw. These images are part of the ritual, like they were when you touched the tree.
I was in the sky. I was floating, carried by the wind. And it was a cold feeling. This stone is blackened, eaten away. I think it is supposed to evoke... This stone bears the image of a storm, or perhaps the wind. This stone bears the image of a storm, or perhaps the wind. I already lit this candle.
Please repeat to us precisely what you saw. These images are part of the ritual, like they were when you touched the tree.
I was in the sky. I was floating, carried by the wind, and it was a cold feeling. I was high up and it was getting colder and colder. I felt my blood freezing in my veins. I fell to the ground and spun slowly. And then the sun warmed me, and suddenly I bounced on the ground, and I was taken by the bubbling current of this... Evidently, I shouldn't have lit this candle.
Please repeat to us precisely what you saw. These images are part of the ritual, like they were when you touched the tree.
I was in the sky. Evidently, I shouldn't have lit this candle. This stone is adorned with the etching of a drop of... This stone is blackened, eaten away. I think it is supposed to evoke death. Evidently, I shouldn't have lit this candle.
Please repeat to us precisely what you saw. These images are part of the ritual, like they were when you touched the tree.
I was in the sky. I was floating, carried by the wind, and it was a cold feeling. I was high up and it was getting colder and colder. I felt my blood freezing in my veins. I fell to the ground and spun slowly. And then the sun warmed me, and suddenly I bounced on the ground, and I was taken by the bubbling current of this creek. Then, just like before, the vision dissipated, and I was suddenly with you again.